everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Now, here's Porter. Davis sets a screen. Back to Porter. Just 3 to shoot. Pass to Davis. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Tim, there are a few players who can dominate on both ends, but Anthony Davis is certainly among them.
Yeah, he's one of the most dynamic defenders in the game, Kevin, and offensively, he can hurt you in a multitude of ways, whether it's off the dribble, posting, or facing up.
Now here's Barnes. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Castle. Barnes outside. Julius Randle with the rebound. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Willie Green and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be their main focus at the defensive end, and as he put it, Shai's a riddle because he can light it up from outside, he has the speed to get to the hoop, and he knows how to draw the fouls too. Coach hopes that they stay disciplined and they can keep SGA off the line. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thanks.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The 3 from Davis. They get it again. Randle down low. And Davis throws it down.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of this from Davis, playing above the rim.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Outside for Davis. Davis can't get that one to fall.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Porter. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
And that's the versatility of SGA defensively. He has the length and the quickness to guard just about anybody.
Kicks it out to Grant. Porter with the steal. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Randle. He takes it in. Left side, Davis. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. SGA with the ball. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Pass to Barnes. And the 3 ball is good. Barnes has got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
That was an emphatic answer by Porter Jr., looking to dominate him from beyond.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He has yet to score.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside, Porter. Davis inside. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Barnes outside. No good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Porter. Stolen by Grant. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Barnes outside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
To the paint. Here's Davis. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here's SGA. Scoreless thus far. Shot clock at 5. Smith outside. And here's Barnes for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
3 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
It's Randall with the drive. And Randall throws it down.
And on the drive, Randall gets a ton of momentum, and that turns into airtime for the slam.
Back to SGA. On the wing, Barnes. Good on the triple. Barnes has got 14 points.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Substitution on the court.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They lead by 3. And back.
The visiting team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days. But it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Jackson misses. Stolen by Jackson. To the inside. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside, SGA. Barnes outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Castle. And the layup falls. Castle's got his first bucket in this one.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
It's tipped. Here's Porter. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Left side, SGA. Barnes looking around. Beyond the arc. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Randall down low. They're outside. The shot, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
Castle on the wing. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Grant outside. Outside, SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander knocks it down from distance.
Well, we continue to see SGA putting in that work on extending his range. He knows how important that is.
Pass to Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
The ball goes to the away team.
1:56 left in the first half of the game. And here's SGA. SGA on the drive.
Yeah, great drive by SGA, and he slams it to finish it.
Outside, Porter. On the wing, Porter. Shot clock at 6. Back to Porzingis. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis can't hit.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
And Davis sends it back.
That is tremendous work by Davis right there. Guys better think twice about challenging him at the rim.
Back to Porzingis. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. Outside, SGA. Pass to Smith. Wants to get it over to Castle, and does. On the wing, Barnes. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Inside. Here's Davis. Jackson has the open look. Will it go? Outside, Porzingis. There's Porter at the 3. And that concludes the first half. Leading by 9.
Your home team.
We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
25.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it inside. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And you see the acceleration right there. SGA turning it on.
Here's Castle. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
And finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Outside, SGA. Barnes the screen. 5 on the clock. Down low. Here's Smith. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside, Porter. Out to Porzingis. The baseline jam. 2 points. That one goes.
And the soft touch for a guy Porzingis' size. He shoots it so well from the mid-range.
Screen by Smith. SGA with the ball. He has 7. In the corner, Castle with it. The three-pointer, no good. Davis with it. Now Smith defending. To the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Barnes left side. Screen by Grant. Pass to Smith. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And every team wants long guys who can also make threes. Smith checks both boxes.
All sorts of time. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. LeBron James talked winning teams. He said to be successful, you got to have 1, possibly 2 stars, but at the end of the day, you have to have those soldiers around them. You got to have the supporting cast and the rest of those guys that are going to be ready to go. Back to you.
2 minutes.
Yep, a team effort. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you can still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Out to Porzingis. From outside, off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Porter. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Castle.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. .40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Outside Porter. Back to Randall. And stolen by Barnes. Here's SGA. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
And forget the analytics. I'll take SGA from mid-range any day of the week.
Randall surveying the D. Davis gets a wide-open look. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 30.
40.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Randall outside. Jackson in the corner. Inside. And it's Davis with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. In the corner, Castle with it. Outside for SGA. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Got that one up quick.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. A 3 from Barnes. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
That one is off.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Floats one, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
Both shots good from the stripe. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Down low. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, Allie, thank you. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Randall outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Outside, Porter. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by SGA. And Grant with a clear path to the hoop.
Assisted.
Well, he's one of the leaders in this league in steals. That's just great defense by SGA to trigger that break. Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Barnes outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Castle. And there's the 3.
Oh, that's a heads-up play by Castle to get that one off in time.
Randall is doubled. Here's Jackson. Now Porter. Now here's Randall. Porter outside. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Randall. And they come back with a 3 of their own.
And you'll never see Randall back down in a big moment. He's looking to be the guy when they need a bucket.
Outside, SGA. In close, it's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Barnes, a 3-pointer, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Timeout.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Randall fires. Missed on the 3. Now Grant. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Here's Smith. Porzingis with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Smith. Outside, SGA. Screen by Smith. Castle. Throws it down. What an assist!
That's a great find by SGA. And remember, at 6'6" and a point guard, he has a great view of the floor.
Now Castle. Grant outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The visiting club takes the win on the road.
That's
This was
the
all.
end